think a lot of speakers spoke about Komati Power Station. Eskom's is busy with our just energy transition right now, and I must be honest with you, it's been a difficult journey. You know, one of the biggest lessons learned was that you need to start this process at least 6 to 8 years before you decommission your power station. You know, there's a lot of people that are involved in this process, there's communities, and we've started 3 assembly lines that can manufacture containerized microgrids at Komati. We're looking at how we can leverage the skills within these communities for, let's say, welding and fabrications, you know, electrical assemblies. You know, electricity, as I said earlier, is a catalyst for economic reform. However, energy access is not the single factor that allows communities to grow and prosper. You know, integrating energy with access to water, education, proper health and farming is crucial to sustain economic growth. This access to infrastructure also requires knowledge and access to funding to create and sustain new businesses. Grant funding is fantastic to start off a process, but grant funding can't be utilized indefinitely to sustain the process. You know, there must be that period where you actually transfer those skills and these communities are running on their own.
We have an opportunity when we're talking about green hydrogen to reset in terms of how we collaborate. How we collaborate across learning institutions, middle schools, higher education institutions, research organizations, etc. You know, my experience has also taken me into working in communities that surround or are fed by the mining industry, and where communities have almost looked at mining industries as the de facto government, providing their roles and so on. We have a chance to reset and say, we don't have to just be a grant receiver or recipient. How do you become a co-creator?
So there was a huge skill gap between the skills that were available at Komati, as an example, and what was required to manufacture these machines. From the skill side, there was a lot of training that needs to have been done. And we still far right from there, but ultimately Komati is all about local to site labor. Once that has started and taken off in terms of the assembly line, the whole intention is to engage with public-private participation in the manufacturing of these microgrids. So a lot of that work will actually go to the communities, you know, so that we actually make sure that it's public-private